Yeah, I attended, as you're aware, I'm on this Transport and Public Transport Committee at Hamilton, and I sat on the Hearings Committee for the Public Transport Strategy. There was probably 5 things that evolved out of the submissions. Really, it was about safety on the buses and perhaps at bus depots. Advertising on buses was there was some concern, as perhaps the windows would be full of advertising and people didn't have the experience of seeing out of the buses. Bike racks on buses was quite a big issue. There was a few maintenance issues cropped up, and the annual one of fare box recovery, which is always a concern, and people from Tikawiti wanted to try and see if they could get a trial service bus around the Tikawiti Otorohanga area. So there was really only those 5 issues. I think we had 65, 64 submissions, and we listened to 26. So we deliberate on those in October.
Councillor Truman.
Just briefly in regards to the community-led development, the community have had 2 hui to explain the initiative from Internal Affairs, and they've accepted that they want to be part of that, and they're in the process of calling for nominations for a committee to be formed. And 24th of September on our Rugby World Cup Day, that's the last day for voting.
Councillor Mincher.
Attended the AGM of the Citizens Advice Bureau, which was nice to see. In tough times they were still under budget, which is good, which is pleasing to see. Sports Advisory Council then at the meeting, and then obviously just the other day Contact renewed, as we know, the Swim for Life or Swim Well program now. And the other one's involved with Nicola as well for judging the volunteer awards for the district, and that was just great to see how many people actually volunteers for different things. And the awards are next Monday night or something, I think, next week.
It's Monday.
Monday the 5th.
It'd be good to see as many along as possible supporting the volunteers that have worked behind the scenes.
5:30 at the Great Lakes Centre.
Councillor Craig.
Just the Mobility Access Group on August the 4th.
I officiated at the World Breastfeeding Week match on. I think that Councillor Ufhagen used to do. Don't ask me what we had to do. Emergency management meeting, Waikato Regional Council Variation 5 meeting and lunch. Attended the opening of hospice, which was fantastic. Knew them, Mr. Mayor. The Contact Energy swim program launch, and also there's Rugby World Cup this Thursday.
I attended on the 22nd of August. I attended, chaired for the final time the Lake Taupo Arts Festival Trust meeting. So I am now resigned as chairman and trustee after 6 years on that trust, and which is now very ably going to be chaired by Ms. Adrienne Morgan. So very pleased about that, and this in the process of appointing 3 new trustees to that trust. So that's all looking very positive. And on the 28th of August, I attended the Friends of the Museum AGM. They had asked me to be. They have provision to co-opt a councillor to their committee. So they asked me if I would be prepared to do that, and I said yes. And along with Councillor Mincher, I judged the Trustpower Community Awards, and as Rex said, there's a fantastic group of volunteer organisations that made it very difficult for us to make a decision. And the Variation 5 meeting and the Contact, a presentation of the $100,000 cheque from Contact Energy to the Swim for Life program, which was very positive.
Nothing to report specifically at this point, but as stated before, my diary is available at council if anyone's got any questions about any of the things I've been attending or involved in. But one of the things I thought might be useful, which I'll do before the October meeting, is I'll write up a 1 to 2 page report. It'll be bullet points of what I've been involved with in terms of committees and groups in the last 12 months, and stick in everybody's cubbyhole prior to the meeting in October. And then if anyone's got any questions, they can ask me.
Thank you. Nothing to report. Now, could I have a mover and a second, please, that reports from members be received? Move, Councillor Kirk. Seconded, Councillor Truman. All in favour? Aye. Now, I'd like a mover, please, to move into confidence for the confidential issues that we have to deal with. I have a mover, please. Move, Councillor Johnson. Seconded, Councillor Kepper. All in favour?